Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be Serral and MaxPax on Babylon, which is an older map from the patch before this one. Bottom right, it's going to be MaxPax. Up left, going to be Serral. Alright, so until ESL shows up in December, middle of December or so, we have a Darth of Serral replay, so I figured I can go back and cast a previous patch one. And MaxPax gives Serral fits, so hopefully this is going to be a good game. Alright, so a 14 hatch here from Serral to combat the hatch blocking probe. Serral does like to do that. MaxPax says, okay, you're sacrificing a little bit of an economy to do that, so that is fine. And there we go. Oh, an extractor trick. So yeah, Serral likes to do this. So 14 hatch, extractor trick to 15 supply out of 14 by making an extractor, making a drone, and then canceling the extractor. And then a 15 pool. So 14 hatch, extractor trick, and then a 14 or 15 pool into gas. Are we going to take some gas here, Serral? There we go. 18 gas. Weird build order that is used on ZVP with Serral. Alright, so what's going on back here? MaxPax, 1 gate Expandaruni. Feeling happy about that. Throwing a cybernetics core up. We like MaxPax a lot. He's Danish. Serral is Finnish. They've got some natural country enmity going on between them, I'm sure. Those Scandinavian countries. They don't necessarily like each other, but hey, if they're united against an outside enemy, they get along. It's like every other group in human history, right? Me and my brother fight a lot, but if somebody attacks my brother, I'm going to defend my brother, right? U.S. states will hate each other a lot, but if somebody attacks the U.S. states unify. Same thing for Scandinavian countries, European countries. I'm sure it's the same for South America. Brazil and Argentina hate each other with a fire of 1,000 suns. But if somebody declared war in all of South America, they'd join up. They'd be brothers. They'd love each other, right? Same thing with the Danes and the Finns, I think. Pretty generally. This is me speaking about something I don't have a lot of first-hand knowledge of, because, you know, I'm an American. That's what we do. Anyway, what do we got here? Adapt from MaxPax. Zergling cruises in, sees, yes, adapt, yes, 1 gate expand timing, Nito completo. Is there a Stargate somewhere? Of course there is. Let me scout that real quickly. This is a beautiful Ling Scout. This is what you could do. You could get a little bit of an earlier, slow Ling Scout off if you go for that faster pool and faster hatch. It's kind of genius. Third base goes down sub 3 minutes. Everything's kosher there. And everything's fine. So is MaxPax. What's he going to do here? Oracle, Phoenix, or Void Ray. All 3 of those things are options and available to him. Because he is Protoss, and that is what he has available. We like MaxPax a lot. We love Serral a lot. MaxPax, I think, is going to get his World Championship one day. Feel it in my bones. Of course, wouldn't that require him to actually show up at a live tournament? Which, has he still not done that? I don't recall hearing that he's done that. Maybe somebody in the comments can correct me on that front. Anyway, Oracle is popping, and we got a name for said Oracle left in the comments. I think this is my last Oracle name, so if you want to submit an Oracle name, feel free to do so in the comments just by leaving the word Oracle and then a name for it and then a backstory if you want. This is from Nautilus 83. This is Catherine. After the Ark was successfully shot into space, it was eventually found by Protoss explorers and found to contain many neural imprints to use as Oracle pilots. Catherine was found to be the most flexible and was therefore chosen to command this Oracle. So, you know, shows up, gets a quick Ling kill, no big deal, gets a nice scout off, also no big deal. NBD for sure. Ooh, there's another Oracle out too. So this is a double Oracle name. This is the first one of these. Second Oracle's name is Simon. Seeing that there was a need for more Oracle pilots, the Protoss dug deeper into the neurological gold mine inside the Ark, found another suitable candidate to fulfill their recruitment requirements, Simon. This is a reference to Soma, which, Soma is a StarCraft Brood War player who's really good. Feels like some kind of fictional intellectual property, some IP that I'm unaware of, though. Feels like anime. Does it feel like anime? Feels like anime. I'm going to look it up when there's a dead space in this game. But so we got Adepts, we got Oracles, but, you know, Queens and Lings are pretty good against all this stuff. These Adepts are not going to finish that shade. No way, Jose. Oracles, get into the third base. There's not a spore there. And drones are dying in consequence of you not making a spore. It drives me nuts. Professional Zergs who hate to make static defense. Look, man, yeah, you didn't have to sacrifice a drone to make a spore, but guess what? You lost 3 drones because you didn't do that. That's it. That's the math. 4th base on the way from Serral. 3rd base is done from MaxPax. That's pretty normal for this stage of the ZVP. Overlord pokes in, sees... What does Overlord see? Overlord does see everything. Sees the gateway, sees the Twilight, sees the Forge. Oracle cruising in here. I'm not sure if this is Simon or Catherine. 1 kill means it's Simon. Oh, there's 3 Oracles out. Okay, so the 3-kill Oracle is Catherine. One of the other ones is Simon. Yeah, Revelation on Creep Tumors. So good. So good. Might as well. Might as well take them down. Don't want to fight Queens if you're an Adept, though, that's for sure. And then Shade throws the Lings back. Cancel the Shade. They make it home. Everything is fine. Blink on the way at that Twilight. I don't think I mentioned that, but... I was going to say that could be assumed, but it's not. That could be charged. That could be a Resonating Glaive. Twilight Council can do all sorts of great stuff. Let's see if we search up Soma. Man, there's a gajillion Somas on the internet. Soma Intimates. Soma Medication. Soma Church. There's a survival game called Soma. There are pajamas that are named Soma. Soma Yukihira. Soma in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. What the heck? That is too common a word. Soma. Is it the video game? So maybe it could be a video game. 5th base on the way from Serral, by the way. Got a Hydroden popping in here. Going for centrifugal hooks. Going for +1 attack for his Lings and Banes. Probably not going to see any Ultras here. Soma is a survival horror game. No, I don't think that's it. I'm going to look up Soma Arc. Soma... Not AFK. Arc. Ugh. Just poking around the edges of the creep here. MaxPax is. I don't think we're missing anything there. Arc. Soma Wiki. Ooh, it looks like that's it. Is that it? What is Arc in Soma? What was the point of Arc in Soma? Oh, so maybe it is the video game, because I'm finding this discussion on Steam community groups and IGN and stuff. Okay. Well, maybe Nautilus can show up and leave us a comment telling us exactly what Soma is from here with the Arc, but I gotta assume it's that video game. So yeah, I guess it was survival horror. Ooh, cool, cool, cool. All right, so Ling Hydra, yeah, with Queen support here. Nice, oh, beautiful trigger on that stasis. Holy crap. That was sick. Yeah, pulling back, falling back. Oracle's turning on their beams to deal with these Lings to a certain extent. The Ling Stalkers in the hand of an elite Protoss player are super frustrating against Zerg players like me, because it's like, my Lings should kill Stalkers for cost easily. But then they blink, and they can't get surrounded, and they're just kiting perfectly well, and it's just... makes me so mad. MaxPax warping in some Zealots at this 5th base, but I feel like this got spotted because there are Lings and Hydras here. And yeah, these guys, okay, well, these Zealots are dead. They might take some Lings with them, I guess. Got Queen's Spore shutting that down. All right, so Serral's doing okay, everyone. He hasn't lost a base yet, which is huge. His 5th base is alive, which is huge. But man, MaxPax is the 5th base up, and he's been pressuring. I don't know, man. MaxPax is doing okay until he loses a fight. I'm not really willing to say that Serral is ahead at this stage. Using these Oracles. This isn't hero-style PvZ. It's only 3 Oracles instead of 5. But it's okay. Here we go. Bane Lings. Pretty good against Stalkers. Not great, but softening them up for Lings to attack them. This 5th base in a lot of trouble. Hydra, Ling, Bane. On their way out, they might as well get some shots off on this Nexus. I don't know. These Banelings do not want to engage there. That's not good value for them. And by golly, Serral does not want to poke in here. He doesn't want to come in and say what's what. Million Banelings on this side of the map from Serral. Probably going to roll him into this 4th base from Serral, or MaxPax, if I had to guess what he's doing. Colossus and Extended Thermal Lance on the way. Against Hydroling Bane, yeah, I'd agree with that. And I think... I don't know. This is pure Stalker, man. Okay with the Oracle, but nice stasis. But pure Stalker against this much Hydroling Bane. Oh, these guys get in there, kind of. They sort of did, not really. Colossus is out, doesn't have extended thermal lance, but can help a lot here. On the other side, guess what? Zealots finally did what they wanted to do, which is go after this 5th base. They might get it, and this Nexus survived. Are you kidding me? 35 probes certainly died, but a hatchery died. On the other side of it, it's 72 to 48 workers. Not ideal if you're a Protoss player whose name is MaxPax. Not at all. So probe death, problematic. Absolutely, but killing a hatch, it's kind of your primary purpose against Zerg players who are Serral, right? You kill hatches, you cripple them. You cripple their ability for income, you cripple their ability for production. It's a twofer. Just a 1-2 combo that is so hard for Zerg players to deal with. So the more hatches you kill, the better it is off for you. +3 attacks on the way from MaxPax at about 10 minutes, which is about right for an elite Protoss as MaxPax is. Creep spreading across the universe. Okay, so extended thermal lance kicking in here. About 8 seconds to go on that. Wait, no, I'm an idiot. This base died. This base survived. Yeah, I got my geographies all screwed up. You guys are like, Falcon, you dumb. Yes, I know. I know. This base did end up dead. This one almost died, but didn't die. This is looking pretty bad for MaxPax, I gotta say. This is a lot of Lingbane Hydra. Vipers being added into the mix to abduct the Colossus. Beautiful stasis, though. Man, Serral hasn't fallen for a stasis that bad in a while. I know there was one earlier in this game that was almost this bad, but this is worse. Creep spread kind of anemic with all the pressure the MaxPax put on him earlier. Serral also not really pushing tumors when he can either. This one's been sitting here for a while. This one's been sitting here for a longer while. There we go. More tumors coming down. So if your creep spread's ever anemic in a game and ever like, well, my creep spread was bad, Serral would be mad at me. Nah, sometimes Serral's not like super on top of it either. It's okay. It's fine. Lurker Den on the way. A little bit of lurker action against Stalker Colossus. Usually pretty good. Especially if they've got that range upgrade, which is going to be available because the hive is here. I don't like MaxPax not expanding. I really don't. Okay, so he is now. I just feel like it's late. He should have had a 5th base a minute ago because guess what? Serral's throwing up like a 7th? 6th, I guess, down this bottom left corner and swinging in. But man, 3 Colossus, extended thermal lance, and +3 attack. Okay, almost +3 attack, but almost only counts on horseshoes and hand grenades. A bit of a Zealot attack, bottom left, Lings and Banes. Clear those guys out, no problem. Adrenal's not even done, and they're getting it done. Ah, here comes the Horde. Banelings connecting. There's an abduct on a Colossus. 2 Colossus, 3 Colossus get abducted. 2 of them die. 1 of them gets target fired and killed. The last Colossus gets abducted and target fired, and that's a GG. Ah, MaxPax was doing so well. He was doing so well. He was kicking butt. He was taking names. He was doing all sorts of great stuff. And then the abducts happened. If not for abduct, that is a hold for MaxPax. No question about it. No question. But after every one of his 4 Colossus gets abducted and murdered, that's it. MaxPax's army is 10 stalkers, and he's a dead nerd. Yeah, Adrenal wasn't even done. That's pretty impressive stuff. Was +3 attack done? It was on that final battle. Certainly was. So that's game 1 of our sneaky twofer between these 2 players. What an awesome, awesome game 1. I still feel like MaxPax was doing all right. I feel like he was picking off creep tumors. He was killing bases. He was expanding. But then he was too late on his splash damage, right? He fell in love with his Blinkstalker Zealot stuff. Charge lot stuff, sorry. And the Hydroling Bane just will crush Zealot Blinkstalker Oracle until the day is over. So he was late on his splash. Didn't have it available to save this base, and then that was the beginning of the end for him. And then that final battle, God, the abducts. The abducts were sick. So sick. So yeah, Serral ends up losing, a hatchery and 7 drones. But he killed a Nexus and 39 probes, so that'll do. That will usually get it done. MaxPax lost more stuff than Serral did today. Usually, that was... a lot of that was in the final battle, in all fairness, but... Okay, game 1 does end up going to Serral. Let's see what game 2 has in store for MaxPax. Can he bounce back? Don't know. Let's find out together. Game 2, Sneaky Twofer, Neo-Humanity. Bottom right, Serral. Top left, it is MaxPax. Let's see if Serral does his 14-hatch extractor trick opening. The probe is moving out to block the hatch. Will he be disappointed? We don't know. Yeah, no time to stop and build a pylon if you're trying to block a hatch on Neo-Humanity. 14 supply, 100 minerals. The probe is on a mission here. Oh, he's going to get it. He's going to get the block. Serral, yeah, Serral's just going to 16 hatch this thing. No big deal. Threw up an Overlord. And take his first hatch at the third. So very willing to do it on this map. But not on game 1. Intriguing. I don't know that the third base location is any more convenient here than in the last game. Don't understand. Don't quite follow, but hey. Serral's a genius. I am not. MaxPax got his gas. Scouts in, sees the pool is nowhere near complete. So let's go ahead and throw down a Nexus. And then a second pylon and a gas and a cyber core in something of that order. Doesn't really matter what. I guess it depends on exactly what you're wanting to do here. And cyber core it is for MaxPax. Into second pylon, into gas, something along those lines. This probe's very busy. Opening up warps. Oh, no. Another probe did the gas. Okay, so second pylon belongs to this guy who just popped out of the Nexus and threw down the second pylon. All right. Let's see. Third hatch starting sometime between now and the next 60 seconds. Usually around 2:30 if we're going 16, 18, 17. Pretty normal stuff. On the other side of it, what is MaxPax doing? Well, look at the shadow of that spinny crystal on top of the Nexus. Looks kind of pixelated. Looks a little PlayStation 1 era or Super Nintendo era, right? Like they could get that kind of 3D rotational stuff going on the Super Nintendo, but it would look kind of jagged like that. Call them Jaggies back in the day. Stargate on the open. Overlord on the scout. Adept out. Second adept on the way. Gonna chrono boost out that adept. Not chrono boosting warp gate. And Serral getting that third base down, yeah, in this 60-second interval. No real great Overlord perching spot. You can kind of be safe over here, but you can't see much if you're over here, you know? Anyway, ooh, Adept gonna die. A little bit sloppy, honestly. From MaxPax there, that's not cool at all. And first up, out of the Stargate, we get an Oracle. Oracles did pretty well in game 1. Adept doesn't want to die. Speed for Lynx is finishing up. The Adepts know that. They're backing out. Still no chrono boost on that warp gate. So no real sign of a massive... Yeah, he'd be throwing down additional gates here. He'd be chrono boosting out warp gate if he wanted some kind of a 2-base all in here. So I think MaxPax just casual. Just going to defend. He knows Serral's not going for a 2-base attack because the third base is not even done yet. Who gets a third base at 2 minutes and 40 seconds if they're planning on a 2-base attack? So MaxPax gets a third. Now, the threat on the third base is a bunch of Zerglings. So we'll see how that works out. Like I said, we're out of Oracle names, but we'll name this one. What are we going to name this one? Kate Bishop from the Hawkeye comics and from the Disney Plus show Hawkeye, played by Haley Atwell. Honestly, Haley Atwell is an incredibly talented actress. She's likable, she's charming, she's fun. I liked her in Hawkeye. I don't know. And I know it's not her fault. And I know it's not the TV show's fault. Like, the concept of Kate Bishop comes from the comics, right? A replacement for Hawkeye. It's just... whoever made that initial decision, I just don't agree with it. I don't like this whole concept of being like, well, we have a hero that we took time to develop as a character, right? Took time to make our audiences love them. And now we're just going to make a new hero and give them the name of the previous hero immediately. And it's like, oh, no. How much time are you going to give us to love them? 4th base on the way from Serral at the Rich Vespine Geyser. Throwing down the debris to block off this as an attack path. I like it. A little bit harder to get here if you're Protoss. Double Oracle swinging in. Kate Bishop swinging in here. So yeah, I don't know. Wait, is she Haley Atwell? Is that a different Haley? Either way, you know who I'm talking about. Kate Bishop. I like her a lot. Maybe just, if you want to bring her to the MCU, make her a different hero? I don't know. That's all this has been, though, right? Just the replacement Avengers. We've got all the names and all the powers you're familiar with, but just different characters wielding them. And I don't think it's resonating with audiences. There is, or maybe was, she might be gone now, but there is or was an exec at Marvel that very specifically believed in what was called mantle theory, where, yeah, you can just take a beloved character, get rid of the person, toss the powers and the name onto an entirely different character, and the audience just eats it up. And I don't know. Maybe that worked for Marvel Comics. I don't see it really working for the MCU. Anyway, enough me ranting about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is not doing very well right now. We got the same thing as Game 1, right? It's Adept, it's Oracles. It's 3 Oracles, it's Adepts, working on upgrades for them back home. Going down a Robo, but once again, it's going to be a little bit faster with the splash damage here. Yeah, see? Did you see that? 1 drone died instead of, like, 3 because there was a Spore. And there were Queens. But there was also a Spore. I don't know. Serral having this Rich Vespine Geyser base early is not ideal. Not ideal at all. So MaxPax says, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the Rich Vespine Geyser base too. How do you like them apples? Roaches coming in. Ooh, so this time less Hydra. More Roach. Probably some Ravagers in the mix here too. Pure Roachling Bane. Oh, now that I'm saying that, that is a pretty... No, that's Ravagers. Pretty decent strategy, Roachling Bane. Fairly all in. It doesn't have a lot of staying power, but can be pretty darn strong. But not usually when you're already on, 5 bases. You're going to add in some other stuff like Le Ravageur. I'm not even sure if that's what it is in French. It's probably not. Roaches are frustrating against Stalkers for the same reason Lings are frustrating against Stalkers. The Sling attack gets pretty much nothing. Okay, I'm going to kill a couple Adepts here. Could be worse. Going to kill another Adept here. Also, honestly, could be worse. And then maybe going to get a shield battery? Oh, not with a quick warp in, however. Is that Roaches? If it's a straight-up battle, you just A-move Stalkers into Roaches, the Roaches actually do pretty well. But in the hands of an elite Protoss player who can micro their Stalkers and blink them like crazy, the Roaches just kind of suck. So, not a huge fan of Roaches in this particular matchup, but that's okay. This is Serral doing it. Not going to complain too much. What is over here? Oh, there's a War Prism and a bunch of Queens. That War Prism's not getting anything done. Yeah, see, the Blink Stalkers are slippery. And the Oracles are here. Ugh. Providing that extra DPS. Alright, so War Prism is going to warp in some Zealots over here, far away from Zergland. But, I don't know. They have legs. They can move. They don't have charge or anything. It's maybe going to wait for that as the Zealots had the complete opposite direction. 17 Banelings coming in. Centrifugal Hooks is done because we talked about that earlier on the Protoss side of things. We are chrono boosting out upgrades, which makes a lot of sense. We chrono boost out charge, so that's very cool. These guys have charge now, but they're not doing anything. These guys have charge now, and the Lings take note of that. And once again, Blink Stalker, Oracle falling back to cannons and shield batteries. It's good for a while. These Banelings are all stuck, and there we go. All right, they're in here. Shield battery down. Bunch of probes down. 14 of them get wiped out. Zealots try to sneak down this way, but Ling Roach Queen is an anti-Zealot comp if ever I've seen one. And I think MaxPax is just going to lose that Nexus. This is looking dire. This is looking dire for MaxPax. No real damage at all on the other side here. Like the other side of the map has just been fairly pristine for Serral, and these Stalkers are all dying. And once again, where is your splash damage, young man? I don't see it. He's going to lose this Nexus. Yeah, easy peasy, not even hard. This is going to get canceled before it can come up. There's no way we're... This is just GG? Are we just GGing this? My gosh. I have cast MaxPax wins over Serral, you guys. I'm not making that up. But by golly, it sure looks like Serral's just getting a really nice 2-0 today, doesn't it? is up 118 to 66 army supply, which seems insanely good. Even for a ZVP where you want to have that kind of advantage to really just kind of stay even with the Protoss. But seriously, MaxPax, friend, where is your splash damage? Do you have anything? How close are you to Storm? You don't have a Templar Archives. How close are you to Disruptors and Colossus? You don't have a Robo-Bay. Archons, same thing. Templar Archives. He's just nowhere. He's nowheresville. He doesn't have any splat. You can't beat Serral when he's on 6 bases. Okay, 5 bases when you don't have any splash. This is like trying to take down Maru when you don't have any splash. There's just no, bad. Never going to work. Look at him killing the Robo. He's like, that is maybe a threat to us. Not without a robotic support bay, it's not. And that's your GG. I don't know. I really don't understand what the play was there. I'm trying to figure out what MaxPax was trying to do. Obviously, what he's trying to do is use a Stalker Zealot Oracle to win the game. In what world is that a viable strategy would be my question. Seriously, like I'm asking. Oh, man. Weird. Such a weird ZVP there. And the first one, too. Yeah, I don't get it. I just simply don't get it. And look, I know it's 10 minutes, right? It's not like we got to the 20-minute mark and there was no splash damage, but like he's not even close. He's not moving towards it. And I'm not sure what Serral was supposed to do here. What was Serral supposed to do that Stalker Zealot Oracle was going to destroy? Like, as a bad Zerg player, I feel like I could defeat Stalker Zealot Oracle. It's just Lings and Banes, man. You don't even really need the Roaches there. Just get enough of them. The Roaches and Ravagers were nice, but not super needed. What the heck killed the Oracles? I need to go back and see what killed these Oracles. Because they're dead for a minute. Oh, no, they don't die. I'm on units, not lost units. Right. Dude, the Oracles survived the entire game. Nice job, Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop. Because there are Russian mobsters in the Hawkeye show. Six kill Oracle, not bad. Oh, whatever, this thing's over. Yada, 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 yada. No bases available, no splash damage against a very squishy Zerg comp. That's it. Anyway. So cool. Honestly, a very surprisingly easy 2-0 for Serral here. I gotta say that is surprisingly easy. Anyway. So the thing about the Hawkeye MCU show is that it's supposed to be kind of a take on the Matt Fraction Hawkeye comic, which is really popular and really good and kind of like really ground level, grady stuff. Hawkeye really comes off as just a dude who can shoot a bow. I mean, he's hurt all the time, which they did okay with Hawkeye. Jeremy Renner in the Hawkeye TV show, but I don't know, just a different feeling to it. It's hard to capture, I guess, in TV. Regardless, GG. I really was distracted on that one. But heck, I don't know what MaxPax was doing either. Maybe he was thinking about Hawkeye. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself.